gotta talk to you guys about something. And yeah, this is going to be crazy, but I want to try to test out something that would help give me subscribers. I'm going to try to do a small series about, I guess you can say, about pro wrestling. If you guys don't know, that I have been highly talking about that. And I want to see how this goes. And I'm starting today, and I know this sounds ridiculous, but I may have to do a lot of searching for it. And the reason why is because last night I had to do something for my friend, who I know who he is known as Skits, and he's in charge of the Wrestling Heads website. So he want me to talk about one of Stardom's top talents, known as her name is known as she is known as Io Shirai. And I had to do a lot of look into, and yeah. It was reported that Io Shirai had a tryout with WWE, and there was supposed to be mention of her, I guess, but I don't know. WWE failed to. They probably did, and they had her removed. I guess somebody don't want anybody knows that she was there, which is kind of pathetic. Even though there's been witnessing of photos. So that's not good for on WWE's part. But anyway, I'm thinking I'm going to do is to look into, going to do some, talk about wrestling around the world. And usually I thought independent wrestling happened in the United States, Canada, Mexico, England, the Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Germany, and of course Japan, but I think there's more. Right? And I think that they had opened that up. There's probably, I shouldn't say, I actually, not much they helping when I found out there was a promotion in France. That was because of my favorite wrestler, Chris Hero. You know, or you guys wouldn't know him by his name, which I'm not saying again. Unless you saw what I posted on Instagram. Oh boy. There's there's a wrestling promotion in France. Studies claim that there is one in, I think, in China, in Norway, and I think since I also found, and probably South Korea or Taiwan, but I think that's because of, I probably follows on television and because of New Japan. So anyway, so I'm gonna do a lot of intensive research. Oh yeah, and of course there's also I forgot, there is a wrestling potion out in Australia too. So it's gonna be crazy to talk about, but I'm going to try to do an extensive research of if there's any kind of wrestling promotions. I think what I'm going to be doing, I'll be starting probably, if I'll do this today, I'm going to be talking about, I don't know, wrestling in Japan. And then every day to see how this goes. I'll talk about every, wrestling promotion in each country, if there is any. I'll have to extend the research out there. And, let's see. And then, of course, the one that's going to be driving me crazy about wrestling. So it's going to be about wrestling in many countries. That mostly could have wrestling promotions. Those who, and of course, the one thing that's going to be really crazy will be all about in the United States, because I may have to put that into a couple of parts. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking I should start with Japan, because I'm gonna do a lot of tracking information, because I get to make sure which promotions are active still, those that are not been active in years, and I don't know, but it's kind of fun. I think I'll try to do this. First one is going to be about Japan. As you guys know, I said at the beginning of my video that, there's Stardom. Now, if you guys don't know what Stardom is an all-women's wrestling promotion. And they have a lot of female wrestlers, otherwise known as Joshi. Yeah, that's what they are known in Japan. There's a lot, you can say, of those who are in it. And, yeah. I know Stardom is like the only one I know so far, but I think there is more. Yeah. Now, there's those in Japan. I mean, I'll talk about Japanese wrestling promotions. I'll also talk about probably foreigners who have been in there, and yeah, and have any Japanese wrestlers besides the wrestler known as Kana, that is pawn with Japan. She's under her, I don't want to reveal, I don't want to say her WWE name, but yeah, Kana is who's right now currently in WWE. She's the NXT Women's Champion, but I'll tell you that she has been wrestling. She came to the United States, I think, or was it Canada? I'll look into that, because I remember she did came, but when she's with especially she came to the United States, I think, especially with Lufisto, she died. Believe me, so I'll look into that. I don't know, this is gonna be so weird. But I'm just gonna see if this would work, and if this brings in more subscribers, then what's up. So because I'm strategizing things to make my channel a little bit more better. But if I'm gonna do more Amazon stuff, that will be probably another thing, and you'll have to if you want to support that. So I usually stuff, I always have my donation link, or actually tip link. I actually prefer to call it tip than donation, but anyway. And speaking about stuff, here's what happened with me yesterday. I tried the sweat, the what is it? The sweet sweat. And I think what happened was I did not properly do it right because of that. And I'm not sure because of the gel. I don't think it's actually the gel. It's actually, I think it was the belt that I did not properly wash it, and because of that, here, let me show you if I can. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a little line mark and cheese because it was starting to feel a little itchy, and I rubbed it. I had to try not to scratch it because actually I didn't scratch because I have my nails trying to grow. But the only thing I'll try to do again, but I wanted to do is maybe get an order of the sweat stick or the jar and try again. Actually, the reason why I had that is probably because me not washing it properly, and probably what I'll do is, it was, even though it did help a little sweat, but it came from the back, my back because of it. I tried to, and the worst thing is to not to wear it all day. I know you're supposed to use it to exercise, but I didn't have much to exercise because, first of all, I really wanted to try to use it on the treadmill. That didn't happen because of the mess. And I was going to try to use it to walk, but the problem was, I tried to walk, but since I forgot that let me put this right, because of the city, it still has a lot of cold going on. It's kind of bad. There's some ice. No, and here's the thing. My in the front of my house, it has it has sorry, it has a heated sidewalk, so it'll melt right away. So it'll help people not to slip and fall. So that's a good thing. So we don't. So actually, yeah, I need to say that if you ever live where it's snow and ice, the best thing is you have to have a heated porch. No, heated sidewalk, and I think it's a reason why it's a good thing. So in case nobody decides to sue you, but let me tell you how hard and how difficult it was to walk. When I get to when I had to do it yesterday, because it was embarrassing. I went to go down to the deli to try to get something to eat. I know it's stupid, but what happened was it. What happened was the corners were terrible. The people who does that did a shitty ass job. I'm sorry I had to swear, but that is how I'm feeling. The reason why is how do I put this? There's still ice, and when I had to tread in it and snow, and it was hard for me to get down. I had to hold on to the pole of the sign, the street sign. Oh, sorry, cold. I had to hold on to the sign. I need to get down. It's ridiculous. So I did that. Then, and it was easily to me to get across the street. What was worse was to try to get onto the other side, and I had to climb up I had to climb up by using the storm, climb up where the storm drain is. And it was a big jump up. So that was the bad part about the using to be walking. Oh, and then of course it gets way worse because there is a part of there's an empty parking lot. That is, or well, not much parking lot. You could say it's an empty lot. It's supposed to be for sale. What happened was the sidewalk is not being cleaned. Nobody put down any salt or anything. It's ridiculous. Because of that, I have to go around because there was a snow pile, but it was like less slippery, and whatnot. So I was like, ugh. So then I went around, then I got to the place. Coming back was really hard as well. And because I had to go following it, and despite I couldn't see much of my footprints, and I was afraid that I would slip, I would fall. And what's worse than that is I was really, really determined to sue the city. But, I mean, because of it. Ugh, sorry. Ugh, it's cold. You can say that I had got I have this because of I should have been staying warm, but I had to do a favor for skits, like I told you earlier. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, so but in order for me to use this again, I'll have to do is first of all I need to go wash it properly. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in water. It says to use soap, but yeah, it says use a wet cloth and soap. Yeah, I should have done this. This is, even though it says before what. Yeah, see, look right here. I should have done this right here where the direction says how to wash. I should have just done was wet a cloth and soap and wipe down inner lining several times. And also using lukewarm water and dry. So here's the question: what? It says soap, as in like soap that we use on our body, or yeah, it says gentle soaps. See here, look down here. It says gentle soap. So what do you guys want me to use gentle soap? As in soap that has been used for our body use because I can do that. Or is it the soap that is used for or laundry soap? But I think they want me to use I think they want me to use body soap. So I'll do is after I have my after I have breakfast, I'll come up. I'll put soap. I'll try to hand wash it myself. But it says use a wet cloth. That I will do. And then leave it up to dry. And I know it says to use for best results to use the that. I don't think it was the cause of me to have this itchiness. I think it's because me not properly washed the the belt, and that won't happen again. I promise. But I will, if I'm gonna use the gel, I have to order. So, and by the way, just using it, I smell it. Decides that I'm looking a little pink, and it's actually because of the cold. Oh, it actually did not make me sneeze, to be honest. Yes, so that's a good thing. It didn't affect my. I didn't have any problems anywhere else, but the only thing happens right here, and it's probably because I didn't wash it properly. So, alright, so what else should I talk about? Oh yeah, last night I left the comment on Instagram, and there was actually it was on the day that you annexed a Instagram account, and I'm pretty sure their heads are about to spin because whoever's running it is probably having their head spinning right now. But I left a comment and I tagged Chris, and I said to him, and the Pete probably read it. Pretty sure he's laughing. Because he knows this. He probably knows that I already know that he lost. Though, I speak to my friend Valentina, who, by the way, I didn't know about this, but I found out yesterday that her father had passed away, and I did not know, and I felt sorry for her. So I sent her my condolences. But we still talked about wrestling, and I guess she probably needed that from me. So I told her that about what's going on. She said she hoped Chris has the title belt, and I said yeah, I hope so too, but it depends on how things go. I mean, yeah, because I found out yesterday, thanks also to Emma Blackery, the one YouTuber who has like over a million subscribers. Well, actually, it's 1.3 million. About the NXT coming to the United Kingdom for a full week, I guess, of a tour. And especially, they are going to be at this music festival called, I guess, Download Festival. Anyway, and and I asked Valentina if she ever heard about it. She said she has, but I told her that Chris is going to be there, and she already knows that. She already knows that I even know and remind her that the last time Chris was at some kind of festival was a few years ago, and that was Gathering of the Juggalos. Now, before any of you guys get curious what it is, just understand it's called. In Gathering of the Juggalos is mostly of comedy, music, and wrestling. But here's the ridiculous part: they have a lot of, they do a lot of sideshows that, let's just say, it's too inappropriate to see for anybody under the age of 21. There's a and yeah, and there is that. There is there's a lot of weird stuff coming on, but I mean, Chris was at there. He was wrestling, and the funny thing is, the weirdest thing actually I should say is, the wrestling took place around 1 o'clock in the morning. However, actually, it was supposed to take around midnight, but it started at 1. But I didn't know how Chris went then because I was up. Nobody said anything. And I was so tired, so I had to go to sleep. I didn't know how Chris did, but So the only thing I heard was that he tweeted saying that he survived. So I was in shock. But yeah, but I think this is probably a little bit different. So I'm not sure. But this is going to be over in the United Kingdom. But that's not happening until June. And Valentina says she hopes Chris has the title. Well, that Chris, and I said to her, that depends on how Chris would be if he's going to be involved at the NXT show in the that will take place the night before WrestleMania, and if he's going to be in the main event. It depends on how things are. But there could be that he could be facing against Bobby Roode again. It could change into a triple threat match against between those two and Nakamura. I don't know. I do not know. But that depends on how that goes. And I told Valentina, I said, and even though she said she wished that Chris was staying for me, and I do agree, but I mean, he's been announced but he has been put on the flyer. There's an article on WWE.com mentioning of his debut. God damn it. Yeah, he's one of the three names mentioned. The other two is Bobby Roode and Kana. I was like, I'm like, really? So let me get this right. Bobby Roode, Kana, and Chris. Three of the names are mentioned. God damn it. Oh. Dang. Anyway. So one other thing, I will let you guys know, I will try my best on how this plan will go, but I don't know how this will go, okay? So you'll have to forgive me. But as soon as I have something to eat, we'll start, okay? And if you guys are wondering for my gaming channel, I'll try to stream Clash Royale today, but it depends on how I am, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye!